Did you get lost in the halls of the drawbridge?
I did. And I got lost in the levels too, because there's the tower part of the drawbridge, and then there was the regular part of the drawbridge, and so you had to get on the right elevator to get back to your room. It was I did. It was pretty amazing.
Well, it's not there anymore. I don't know if you've been by it. It's now just, well, at least it was last time I went, just a pile of nothing. So.
Well, it was probably wonderful in its time and in its day, but everything moves on, and it's probably well overdue and due to be changed into something new, which is great.
I'm sure. Now, have you been there every year since that, to the convention?
I have not. I missed a year. Couldn't get the time off from work, and I missed a year. But I was there when they did the Jimmy Nelson retrospective, which was lovely, just lovely. And I have to tell you, I was walking down the hallway, maybe 100, 150 yards behind Mr. and Mrs. Nelson, and I don't know what they were talking about, but she reached over and grabbed his hand, and I thought, oh, how lovely. Isn't that kind? And shouldn't we all be so lucky to have that kind of love and faith in our lives through the rest of our lives? I mean, how wonderful is that? I don't know how long they've been married. I would guess 30, 40 years, maybe even 50. I don't know. But how lovely. What a lovely couple they truly are. It's really a blessing.
They are truly one of the nicest couples I've ever met. We went down and interviewed them last April. Mark Wade and I went over to their home, and they were very gracious to, open the doors and let us in and sit and talk with us we spent a couple hours there. Had a great, I think it was an hour plus interview that was in the IVS spotlight. And Jimmy brought out, Danny O'Day and Farfel, and we got to, do a little bit with them. And just the love that is between those two is, you're right, it's inspiring. They're one of a kind. One of a kind.
I don't know Mrs. Nelson, but from what I've seen of Mr. Nelson, Jimmy, very kind person and very giving of his time, which I have to tell you seems to be a constant theme. And I don't mean to brag on my own community here, but it seems to be a constant theme of how giving ventriloquists are to others. It's just stunning. Jeff Dunham every year apparently comes in and gives a talk, and shows us kind of behind the scenes things that goes on, for him and for his characters. And Terry Fader does I want to say a gift, but it's not. It's when you scholarship. He does a scholarship for folks, an older ventriloquist and a younger ventriloquist. I just think that's amazing. And so these people, they really do give back, and that's wonderful. It's a wonderful community.